Welcome to Super Showdowns, the ultimate destination for epic battles and legendary showdowns. Join us as we put iconic superheroes, villains, and mythological figures against each other in thrilling matches of strength, strategy, and skill. In the vast expanse of the cosmos, two of the most fearsome beings in existence hurtled toward an inevitable confrontation. On one side was Doomsday, a relentless engine of destruction, born in the depths of Krypton's cruel experiments. Engineered to survive death itself, Doomsday was the apex predator of the multiverse, a creature that evolved with every defeat, growing stronger, more unstoppable with every battle. The beast's reputation was cemented by its victory over Superman, a feat that echoed across countless galaxies, leaving civilizations trembling at the mere mention of its name. On the other side stood Thanos, the mad titan, a being whose intellect was as dangerous as his raw power. Thanos, armed with his unyielding will and the formidable Infinity Gauntlet, had conquered planets, slaughtered armies, and extinguished half of all life in the universe. Even without the Infinity Stones, Thanos was a powerhouse capable of rivaling the mightiest beings. With the Gauntlet, he was a god. Yet, Thanos' hunger for ultimate balance and domination left him unfulfilled, always seeking the next challenge. To validate his superiority, the clash between these two juggernauts began to take shape when rumors of a new threat reached Thanos' ears. His spies whispered of a creature that defied death, a monster that annihilated anything in its path. Intrigued and perhaps even challenged, Thanos decided that such a creature could not be allowed to exist without his control. In his twisted mind, if he could bend Doomsday to his will, he would have the ultimate weapon. And if he couldn't, well, the annihilation of such a threat would only further cement his legacy. Doomsday, however, was not a being that could be reasoned with. It roamed from planet to planet, leaving nothing but devastation in its wake. It was a storm without purpose, destruction without end. The beast had recently obliterated an entire star system, reducing its inhabitants to mere memories in the winds of the cosmos. This wanton destruction drew Thanos' attention like a moth to a flame. The Mad Titan decided to intercept the beast, to test its mettle, and, if necessary, to extinguish it. Their paths finally crossed on a desolate planet on the outskirts of the Andromeda Galaxy. The planet, once vibrant and teeming with life, was now a barren wasteland, a fitting stage for the battle of the millennium. Doomsday had landed there after tearing through a Kree warship, its monstrous form towering amidst the wreckage. Its bone protrusions gleamed under the pale light of a dying sun, and its red eyes burned with a rage that knew no bounds. Thanos arrived with his Black Order, his elite generals who had long served as his enforcers. Proxima Midnight, Corvus Glaive, Ebony Maw, and Cull Obsidian stood at his side, ready to engage if necessary. But Thanos waved them off with a dismissive gesture. "This one is mine," he declared, stepping forward with the confidence of a conqueror. As Thanos approached, Doomsday turned its gaze upon him, sensing a new challenger. There was no hesitation, no words exchanged. Doomsday's only language was violence, and it spoke fluently. With a thunderous roar, the beast lunged at Thanos, the ground quaking beneath its massive frame. Thanos braced himself, his face a mask of grim determination. He relished the opportunity to test his might against this creature. The first clash was seismic. Doomsday's fist collided with Thanos' raised gauntlet, unleashing a shockwave that rippled across the planet. The force of the impact shattered nearby mountains and sent debris hurtling into the stratosphere. Thanos grunted, his muscles straining as he held his ground. The creature's strength was immense, far greater than any foe he had faced in millennia. Yet Thanos was no stranger to such challenges. He countered with a powerful punch of his own, driving his fist into Doomsday's ribcage with enough force to level a city. Doomsday staggered back, but did not fall. Instead, it roared in defiance, its body already adapting to the damage. The beast's resilience was legendary. Each injury only made it stronger, harder to defeat. Thanos recognized this and knew he could not rely on brute strength alone. The Mad Titan was a strategist as much as a warrior, and he began to analyze his foe, searching for weaknesses. The battle raged on, a titanic struggle that reshaped the planet itself. Every blow exchanged between the two titans carved deep scars into the landscape. Oceans boiled away, tectonic plates shifted, and the sky burned with the energy of their conflict. Doomsday fought with unrelenting ferocity, a living embodiment of destruction.
Hey you! Don't just watch. Subscribe, please.
Thanos countered with calculated precision. His strikes aimed to exploit any potential vulnerability. But as the fight dragged on, it became clear that Doomsday was not an opponent that could be worn down. Thanos realized that the beast's evolutionary adaptations made it nearly invincible. Each time he thought he had gained the upper hand, Doomsday would come back stronger, more resilient. For the first time in centuries, Thanos felt the stirrings of uncertainty. Could this creature truly be defeated? Meanwhile, the Black Order watched from a distance, their expressions a mix of awe and apprehension. They had witnessed Thanos conquer gods and armies, but this battle was unlike anything they had ever seen. The sheer scale of destruction was staggering, and even they began to wonder if their master could triumph. Thanos, however, was not one to back down. He was the Mad Titan, the scourge of the cosmos, and he would not allow a mindless beast to best him. Drawing upon the full extent of his power, Thanos summoned energy blasts from his gauntlet, each one aimed with deadly precision. The blasts struck Doomsday with enough force to vaporize mountains, but the beast endured, its body absorbing and adapting to the energy. As the planet crumbled beneath their feet, it became evident that their battle could not be contained. The clash between Doomsday and Thanos would not end here. It would spill over into the cosmos itself, a conflict that would shake the very foundations of existence. The stage was set, the stakes higher than ever. The collision of these two titans was only beginning, and the universe would never be the same. The air vibrated with the echoes of unrelenting violence. The planet beneath them was reduced to molten slag, and the battle had spilled into the void of space. Thanos, the Mad Titan, fought with unparalleled ferocity, unleashing energy, blasts and bone-shattering strikes. His gauntlet, though damaged from Doomsday's relentless assault, still crackled with power. But Doomsday was a force that could not be stopped. Thanos delivered a devastating blow to Doomsday's chest, sending the beast hurtling into a nearby asteroid. The impact shattered the asteroid into 1,000 fragments, but Doomsday emerged from the debris, unharmed and even more enraged. It roared, its eyes burning like twin suns, and charged back at Thanos with unstoppable fury. Thanos prepared to meet the charge, summoning a massive construct of energy to hurl at his foe. The energy struck Doomsday mid-flight, creating an explosion that lit up the darkness of space. For a moment, it seemed that Thanos might have gained the upper hand, but as the smoke cleared, Doomsday emerged, its body glowing with absorbed energy, its bony protrusions sharper and more menacing than ever. The creature reached Thanos in an instant, its claws tearing through his armor like paper. Thanos grunted in pain, but retaliated with a flurry of punches, each one powerful enough to pulverize mountains. Yet, Doomsday endured, its body adapting to every strike. It grew faster, stronger, and more relentless with every passing second. The tide of battle turned irreversibly in Doomsday's favor. Thanos, for all his might and cunning, found himself overwhelmed. His armor was shredded, his gauntlet rendered useless, and his body battered. Still, the Mad Titan refused to surrender. He lunged at Doomsday, his hands glowing with the last remnants of his energy, and drove his fists into the creature's chest. Doomsday staggered back, but it was not enough. The beast roared and retaliated with a bone-crushing punch that sent Thanos hurtling into the void. The impact left Thanos dazed, his body floating amidst the wreckage of their battlefield. Doomsday did not hesitate. It followed its prey, closing the distance with terrifying speed. With a final earth-shattering blow, Doomsday drove its claws into Thanos' chest, piercing through flesh and bone. The mad titan let out a guttural roar of pain, his blood scattering into the emptiness of space. For the first time in his long, conquering life, Thanos was brought to his knees. Doomsday, relentless and unmerciful, seized Thanos by the throat. The beast growled, its primal instincts driving it to finish what it had started. With one swift motion, it snapped Thanos' neck, ending the mad titan's reign of terror once and for all. The cosmos seemed to hold its breath as the lifeless body of Thanos drifted into the void, his once mighty presence reduced to nothingness. The battle was over, but the devastation remained. Doomsday let out a triumphant roar, a sound that echoed across the galaxy, a chilling reminder of its unstoppable power. The creature's victory was absolute, its dominance unchallenged. As it drifted away, searching for its next challenge, the universe shuddered, knowing that Doomsday's path of destruction was far from over.